our volunteers wear many hats.
Whether it's the very first face you see as you walk through the front entrance, to the caring person you meet in the surgical family waiting area, to mail delivery, in countless ways volunteers make our medical center better. To envision the medical center without volunteers probably stretches the limits of my imagination, because they're pervasive, they're everywhere. Things from our board of trustees, our boards of the auxiliary and the foundation, all made up of volunteers, community-based volunteers. So who would fill their place? We'd be significantly less than we are today if we didn't have volunteers.
Volunteers do so much to make services possible at the medical center that perhaps would not be possible otherwise. So they really expand the range of services, the range of programs that can be offered to benefit the health of the community.
Volunteers at the medical... Not yet, please. Volunteers at the medical... Not yet, please. Volunteers at the medical center... Not yet. Volunteers at the medical center give us a hand every day with all of their time and talents. And now it's time for us to give them a hand. Now...
Regardless of what the task might be, it's the way the task is done and the interaction with the patients and their family members and their friends that really make the place feel warm and more comfortable at an uncomfortable time.
I think when you look at folks that have done extraordinary measures, made extraordinary efforts to get here, in a time. When I think about volunteers that on occasion I'll walk by the front desk and I'll say, working kind of a longer shift today. Well, yeah, I am, because they needed me to. And to highlight one and say that there's one that's the most significant would be very difficult. But I think in a variety of areas, in a variety of departments, from very visible front desk to nearly invisible in our lower level, working in support of our surgical services department in the sterile processing area. I think our volunteers contribute so much to the medical center. Seriously, thank you. Thank you on behalf of the Medical Center. Thank you on behalf of our patients and my coworkers here at the Medical Center. Thank you.
Thank you. We are deeply grateful for the many, many hours and great skills that the volunteers bring to the Medical Center, and that they do so willingly. There are volunteers who go out of their way in the worst of weather to make sure they're here. There are people who are willing to be called on short notice to substitute for somebody else. They just are dedicated and compassionate people, and we are so grateful for all they do for the people here.
For all you do, we tip our hats to you. Thank you!